What's up? My name is RDub. Today, Youngblood and I are going to be bringing you a concept creator tutorial on concepts. People ask, what is a concept? Well, in my own words, a concept is pretty much an idea that you can work off of. Say this. Here's an idea right here. Simple idea. What can you do from here? Well, think outside the box here. Pretty much just stay in that position. See what I did there? I stayed in that position right there, but I added to it. Like I added a hinge, added some other stuff. Don't be afraid to try new things. That's what you want to do. You want to stand out from the crowd. You want to innovate. You don't want to do what everyone else is doing. I mean, you can if you want to, but for me, I personally like to do things that people don't usually do, because that's what is going to make your show stand out from the rest of the people. I mean, you have your own originality, and people are going to be like, wow, that guy has some cool shit. So an idea is you can take concepts from other people. How do you find concepts in a show? Well, just try looking for things to work off of. Not necessarily a specific move, but a foundation of that move. Like I said before, like this. If someone does this, like I just did that, take this from me. Build off of it. Just like I was doing before. Or, this. This is pretty simple right there. Just bend that. But you can do some cool shit with it, like... See how I added that other concept from before? Add your concepts together and just pretty much just work with it. Just work with what you got. Eventually you'll just build up a whole bunch more concepts altogether. Now, people that you should watch people on concept creators, but you don't have to just watch them. But for me personally, I like to get my inspiration for concepts from people on concept creators like Rhapsode, Youngblood, Mumbles, Pinky, Youngblood. I don't know if I just said him. Youngblood. Watch them. Watch their shows. See what they do. Take some ideas from them. Add your own twist. Like, just like pretty much just threading, and you can... Boom.
Alright guys, so RDub just showed you pretty much what a concept is and how to identify one. So I'm gonna teach you pretty much how to create a concept and how to build off of that concept. So to start out, basically, you want to realize that a concept is going to be an idea. You know, there are a couple steps to creating concepts, and the first one is to have the core of your concept. And the core of your concept is always going to be some kind of idea. You know, RDub used a hand position, but the thing about that is, it's not about the hand position, it's about kind of the idea behind it. So he used this position, but the idea was that his pinky was out the whole time. It's not about one specific hand position, it's just about what the idea of the hand position is. So maybe like this. That's a hand position, but you can't really build off the concept of a hand position because it's just one position. You're going to have to be able to move away from it. And you can't, you know, rely on being able to come back to this position and then doing a string of moves from there. You shouldn't have to rely on that. So instead, you want to figure out the idea behind that hand position. The idea here being that all these fingers are connected, or just these two fingers are connected. That's what you want to be able to figure out if you're using a hand position. And it's just important. Like another one RDub used was this. this is a hand position, but you want to realize the idea is that this finger is hooked like that, and you can do so much with something like that. You know, you can anything. You just have to realize that a concept is going to be an idea rather than a move or a position or something like that. It's broader than that. It's more abstract than that. It can also be, you know, it doesn't have to be just like a hand position idea. It can be anything like poking your fingers through your other fingers. Poking, that's a concept. Stacking your fingers, digiting, dialing, whatever you want to call it. It's technically a concept that's just kind of evolved into its own style, but it is a concept in and of itself. So you really want to, when you're thinking about concepts, you want to just think of an idea. And, you know, maybe when you start working with it, it's sloppy, but don't throw it in your shows immediately. Work with it for a couple months. You know, you got to be patient. It's not going to look good right off the bat. The thing about building concepts is they require a certain amount of patience, because you have to, you know, sit down, go in front of a mirror, just work for like 30 minutes on a concept, just building. And, you know, once you do that, you'll be able to integrate it better in your shows. But it's all about patience and being able to build off a concept and, you know, make it cleaner. But, you know, if you have an idea, don't throw it off right away just because it doesn't look good immediately. You know, try to build off that idea. You know, give it time. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But, you know, you could be missing out on something, you know, some amazing concept if you just decide to throw it away if it doesn't look good right off the bat. And, you know, you should never throw something in your show that you've just learned. Obviously, I always think you should, you know, spend a couple months on it, a couple weeks, just figuring out how it works, how it's going to integrate well into your show specifically. You know, if you try to throw it in immediately, you're going to have awkward transitions and awkward motions, and you never want that. So now, I'm going to show you pretty much how I build a concept. So, I'm going to use a concept that I've never used before, and I'm going to build off of it. Now, I feel like if I do that, I can show you guys how I build a concept without having any pre-existing idea of moves. And, you know, it'll show you the organic way of building a concept. Obviously, it's going to be a little sloppy. I've had no time to work on it. But, you know, it is what it is. So, the idea I'm going to use, you know, I've seen Pinky do it, RDub does it, Rhapsode does it. You know, it's creating circles. This is the concept I'm going to use, is creating circles with your fingers. You see, that's an idea, is creating the circles with your fingers. So I'm going to try to build off that. So what you want to do when you build a concept is you want to start out, whatever hand position, doesn't matter. Start like this, doesn't matter. But you want to make sure, you know, spend 30 minutes in front of a mirror, make sure like every move you make is either the concept, it either uses the concept, or it transitions into the concept. You don't want to have any awkward transitions, and, you know, until you get a couple concepts down, you don't want to try to blend them. You just want to focus on one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to focus on ringing. I'm not going to think about any other concepts. I'm just going to focus on that. So, you know, it's just important to remember to focus on it. And, you know, don't worry about throwing it in your shows immediately. Just worry about working on it for a couple months on your own in front of a mirror before you bust it out. So let's get working. So I'm going to start off this hand position. Again, doesn't matter what you do. So what can I do from here? How can I make those rings? Well, I can, alright, there's a ring. Now, I'm just going to maybe do that. Maybe open it up. See, just there, I didn't use the ring when I moved like that from, you know, before here. But I transitioned into using the ring. You don't have to use every move to be involving the concept, but at the very least it should transition into it. That way you get comfortable transitioning move to move using a concept, and you don't get stuck using like a combo of, like a move combination. So you don't have like a 15-second segment of the move set and you have no idea how to use it anywhere else in your show. So it's important to be able to learn how to transition with your concepts. So again, here. So basic stuff like that. You just want to build your concepts. You know, when you build it, you just want to take time, focus on the concept when you're working, and, you know, focus on the concept and the transitions to the concept. Once you do that, once you've got like a concept down, you know, in a month, a couple months, whatever, you have a couple concepts down, you can start to integrate them together. But what you should do with that, you should go with the same process. You should pick like the two concepts you know you want to try to blend together, and then spend 30 minutes working and, you know, use an individual concept and be like, okay, well, how can I add this other concept into it? Take time, you know, when you're practicing, don't worry about pace, musicality, anything. Just focus on the transitioning of it. You know, only have the music as kind of a backdrop to watch yourself do moves. Don't worry about throwing the show yet. Worry about making the concepts and the moves that you're going to put into your show. So now that I've taught you kind of how to build a concept, you know, RDub's taught you how to identify and how to, you know, exactly what a concept is, I'm going to throw you back to RDub, and he's going to teach you one of his concepts. So here you go. Boom.
Alright guys, so I'm going to show you a concept, and I'm going to show you a combo built off from that concept that you guys can use in your own shows. Now, don't copy it. I mean, you can copy it move for move, exactly how I do it, but I encourage you to do something different than what I do. Build off of it. Be innovative. Be different. What I want to do is just simple hinge. It looks easy, right? But build off from it. Okay. Combo example right there. Do that with that hinge right there. Stay in this hinge the whole time. Just a concept right there. General idea. Stick your pinky out with your ring finger pointing out like that in your thumb. Pretty much just pass through that hinge right there. Boom. Push out your index finger with that. Now turn it like that. Let me do that one more time. Push that right through there. And then come up and push your index finger out. And then you're gonna want to do a simple rotation. Boom. I'll do it one more time. Very slowly right now. Boom. Like I said, build off from just this. It looks simple. Anyone can do this. But you can do a lot with just this. Like I said, just stay in this position, stay in this hinge. See what you can do with just staying in here. And then when you're working with one concept, you'll start exploring new concepts and eventually just building up more concepts in your show. Like, you could be doing something and then you can figure out a new concept and you're going to be like, wow, okay, let me work with that one. Boom. Well guys, I hope you liked my part. Subscribe to the Ion channel. Look up concept creators like our fan page. And I hope you guys found this helpful. I want to see some new shows. Alrighty.